Welcome to Learnmarine. This is Radar Navigation Series computer-based training. Radar plotting. The idea of this chapter is not only to cover the manual radar plotting for a multi-vessel case, but to instill to a deck officer certain kind of intuitive approach which will help to form a mental picture of certain collision avoidance situations and make right decisions as per call regs and according to good seamanship. In this chapter, we are going to find out how to determine the first priorities. What is a dangerous target? What is a limiting target? How to perform maneuver to have a desired clearance with all targets? And how to perform combined maneuvers. Following acronyms are used in this chapter. OV, own vessel vector. TT, tracked target. TRV, tracked target relative vector. TTV, tracked target true vector. BCR, bow cross range. There are some rules which we apply to our calculations in order to provide systematic solutions. You don't have to follow these rules in real life, but they may serve as a generalized industry recommendation. Observe track target for 6 minutes. Maneuver as per call regs. Minimum CPA 1 nautical mile. Maneuver complete by minute 12. Exercise 1. Single vessel collision avoidance. Let's draw our own vector on the maneuvering board. Let's plot minutes 0, 3 and 6 time marks correspondingly. Then mark the track target name, TT1. We are plotting minute 3 only in this exercise in order to demonstrate that you shall make additional plots in between minutes 0 and 6 to assure that echo follows a stable relative motion line. Draw a relative motion line through the time marks. Relative motion line in this case crosses the center of maneuvering board. Therefore, CPA is 0 and bow cross range is also 0. Transfer the own ship vector OV in the way that it is pointing to minute 0. From the beginning of OV, which also called F fixed point, to minute 6, draw another vector. On the board, the green vector is a target relative vector, and the red vector is target true vector. If we measure the target true vector, we'll obtain the course of 265 degrees and speed of 14 knots. Now we can draw estimated minute 12 on relative motion line from minute 6 on a distance equal to the target relative vector length. If we continue drawing this vector towards the target, we'll get TCPA, time to closest point of approach. TCPA is 30 minutes. In this case, we are in good visibility, call regs rules 11 through 18 apply, and we have a risk of collision with the vessel on our starboard side. Which means that as per rule 15, we shall keep out of the way and shall, if circumstances of the case admit, avoid crossing ahead of the other vessel. In other words, we have to reduce the speed or turn to starboard. As per call regs rule 8, if there is sufficient sea room, alteration of course alone may be the most effective action to avoid a close quarters situation. Draw 1 nautical mile safety limit. From minute 12, let's draw 2 lines tangent to the safety limit, which are new relative motion lines. The goal is to maneuver that way that the track target will follow the new relative motion line. Transfer these new RMLs to minute 6. As we have to alter the course to starboard, we have to rotate ship's own vector about the fixed point clockwise until we bring it outside the sector formed by 2 new relative motion lines. We obtain the new course by transferring this vector to the center of maneuvering board, which is 348 degrees in this case. In between new own vessel and track target true vector, we obtain the new track target relative vector. Real new relative motion path may be different from an estimated one due to errors involved. Therefore, we have to monitor that track target follows new relative motion line in order to ensure that required safe passing distance is kept. We also need to know when we can turn back to the original course without reducing the CPA. To do that, move initial RML outside the safe distance circle until it crosses new observed RML. This crossing point will be a point from which own vessel can maneuver without reducing desired CPA. Let's review the maneuver on the radar screen. In this exercise, we found out how to obtain CPA and TCPA of the target, how to maneuver in order to ensure safe CPA, and how to find the return point. If you wish to learn more, you are welcome to subscribe to our radar plotting course at learnmarine.com. Thank you for your attention.